My name is McHoney. I am a very beautiful lady from Bulawayo. I am a singer, I am an actress, I am a TV presenter, I am whatever you want me to be. Basically, I'm just an artist. McHoney came from my name. My name is Linda Nyauchi. So it's basically short for Linda, Lee. And then Nyauchi, it's just direct translation from Nyauchi. Right after high school in 2011, I was confused about what I really wanted to do. And my mom at that time was really heavy on school and, go to school, do this. So the first thing that I thought of doing was computer engineering because I actually wanted to be a hacker. Not that I wanted to be a hacker, but I wanted to do something unique, something that not everyone was doing. So that was like the closest thing that I could do at the time. So I did computer engineering in 2011. I did a diploma. I was meant to continue 2012, 2013, but I got pregnant in 2012. I had a beautiful baby girl. And then after that, everything just spiraled out of control. My mom passed on. I had to move back to Zim because I was based in SA. So I moved back to Zim. And then that's when I actually started being an artist here, right in Zim. I didn't know that I could sing until my mom pointed it out. She actually forced me to go and join the church choir, and I was about 17 years old at the time. So I was in the church choir, but I was being forced, so I wasn't really like there. I was just there because I had to be there. And then after my mom passed on, when I came back to Zim, I met Calvin. And then he was like, you know what, you can actually sing. So I would love you to feature in my album, Utando. That was my first ever recording, in the studio and recorder with someone. And it was Calvin. That was big for me. So I feel like that was really a stepping stone. Then after that, I was like, this is actually fun. I can do this as a career. So that's when I then released my first album after the Calvin album, yeah. And then everything just flowed from there. So I feel like, okay, maybe I could just be an artist. After that, things went well. I met Vusa Blacks. And then he said, come to Harare. I want to shoot a video for you. I was like, okay, cool. And at the time, I'm not sure about now, but at the time, Y7 Zelekja Presa Studios. So I went there, met him at the office, and that's when I started meeting all the other artists that I met at the time. Japreza, XQ and everything. And it was such a vibe. It was awesome. I got to work with them. I got to be a background backing vocalist for Ingoma Japreza, one of the songs, Chipo, from Kutunga Kwaro album, together with Amara Brown. I met Tabo Freeman. I met a lot of people. I was in Japreza's video, Undo Indanewe, with Harmonize from Tanzania. I met a lot of people from there. So I feel like that opened so much for me. From there, Vusa Blacks was being managed by Sandra. But then we developed a relationship with Nano Sandra. And then when I went back to Bulawayo, she called me back and it's like, there's a gig at Pablo's. You can come. They want to open a recording label. So they're looking for artists from all over the country to come and work as a hub. So I was like, okay. Then I went there. I actually stayed with her at her own place because the accommodation thing, you know how it is when you're from Bulawayo. And I met a lot of other people there. I was with Pop 10, I was with Shashal, I was with a lot of other artists. Enzo Aishel, I met them there. I got to go to Chill Sports. I met a whole lot of other artists there through that. I feel like I got to know a lot and learn a lot about work ethic, especially from Mucha Presa. Everything is just so professional. You get to the set, everything is there. Your costume, your makeup, everything on time, your cue, your everything is just, you get paid if you have to get paid. It's about the money, guys. So I feel like I learned a lot about work ethic and working with other people. So after that, I feel like that's when my career was really blossoming. That's when I also met Derby from College Central, the producers of Wadiwa Pamoyo. So from there, I got to meet a lot of people who were mingling. It was only a year or two after when we did Wadiwa Pamoyo, after I met those guys. And I didn't even have to audition. They told me I'm going to be playing the wife of Tom Bambo. What? Me? I wasn't even like a seasoned actress or anything. I was just me. I was so excited. The whole time on set, hey, I was starstruck. I couldn't even, but because he's free and everything, by that day, Velio, like my set husband, was, so I feel like that really introduced me into the world of acting, because I now started meeting other actors and actresses, started learning more. I'd never read a script in my life. I started learning how to read a script, how to, create, how to be in character. I had to learn that from scratch, and it helped out. At the time when they told me what the role would be, and it told me you'll be Mainoku, a mother of a teenager. I was like, but I'm so young. People are going to think I'm old. Hey, mother of a teenager, how old would I look? But then I thought, you know what? If I can talk and act like my mom, I don't think kungangehlula. I mean, if I can dress up in her clothes as well, because most of the time I was dressing up in my mom's clothes. So if I could act like my mom, I don't think it would be so hard. So I literally went into character, and every time, in every line, I would think, what would my mom do? What would my mom say? Or how would my mom react? So that's really how I really took it up. That's how my mom was actually. My mom is late now. My mom was so strict, so strict. But then she was strict and low key. She wasn't loud. No, she would just do her things low key. She would know what to pum. I would pum. Or she would know what you gave someone your number or something. I don't know how she would know that stuff, but she would do something. So I feel like she was smart, at the same time she was strict. So yeah, that was my Noku. Because even when she found out that Baba Noku is cheating, she didn't even make a fracas or anything. But she knew. That's exactly how my mom was. Currently, I've been working on a lot of projects. I feel like now I'm just doing it for the passion. Not more about goals, but because I am an artist naturally, so I feel like I just need to keep going. It keeps me going. So I've done a lot of projects. I've been presenting a show, Our Weekender, on 3K TV. And then I was also invited to be a judge at Star Africa talent show. So I'm a judge there. I'm also acting in a series that we shot recently, City of Queens. And yeah, I'm working on new music. I'm just touching on everything that I can right now as an artist, that I feel like I want to do, because I'm not doing it for the money or anything anymore. I'm just doing it for the passion, because I'm just an artist. As a judge on Star Africa, I've met so many people. Guys, people can sing. They have different talents. Rap, singing, beatboxing, where someone can change their voice. And actually, I was like, this is all in Bulawayo, and we need to showcase this talent. We just don't have enough platforms to see as Bulawayo people. So I feel like Star Africa is actually bringing that to the people. I've met a lot of artists, a lot of young people aspiring to be artists. I feel like I've also inspired some, because they want to be artists because of me. I feel like, yeah, we are really getting these Bulawayo arts somehow with these platforms. Now imagine I'm a judge, I'm a presenter, I'm a singer, I'm an actress, and I'm also a mom and a wife. Yo, guys, life. It's too much. It's really too much. Sometimes, it's hard to balance. You just feel like, it's too much. But hey, made of life, guys. Because now I have to choose at a certain point if I want to be an actress, because that demands so much of my energy. And then at some point I have to decide if I want to be a musician, because that demands a whole lot of other rehearsals, dance, other stuff. As a presenter as well, you're needed on set. So it's hard to balance. But if you have love for it, like I said earlier, I'm not doing it for the passion. So because I really love it, I don't feel it. So it's just, I wake up, take the kids to school, do what I have to do because I love it. Most of my music is multilingual. Like I sing in English, I sing in Ndebele, I sing in Shona, I sing in Xhosa, I sing in any language that I feel like singing in because of my background. You see, my mom is Ndebele, my dad is Shona, not really Shona, but she settled in the Shona region because it's originally from Mozambique. And I grew up in the Eastern Cape, and I came back here to Bulawayo. So my background is just mixed up. So I feel like I can relate to anyone at any given time because of my, interaction with different people throughout my childhood. The tribal wars, I feel like that has affected me most of my life. The fact that my mom is Ndebele and my dad is Shona and I grew up in the Eastern Cape, I feel like I don't know where I belong because ngapha Ndebele and bathi Shona leli, ngapha Shona, and because I can't speak fluent Shona, they think I'm Ndebele. Ngapha lesi Ndebele sankhona, I'm not really fluent because I grew up in the Eastern Cape. So I'm like, where do I belong? People just need to come together, and be one, because all this fighting and divisions, so when we don't belong anyway because we're just floating. So basically in my music, I try to incorporate that through singing all the languages that I know. For example, if I feel like expressing myself in Shona, I'll do that. If I feel like expressing myself in Ndebele, I'll do that. There's so much that goes on in the arts industry. If you're naive, you can get depressed, you can get anxious, but now as I've grown in the arts industry, I know what you know what, if you put your passion first before everything else, it will work. But if you put everything else ngapambili, you want to get money, you want to be famous, it will stress you to your core because it's not just going to come like that. I don't know. I still feel like with arts, it's about your gift and your timing, your seasoning, because you can go for 10 years and no one knows you. You can go for 5 years. Someone can come for 1 year and everyone is like, who's that person? So you need patience. You need to know who you truly are, and you need to know why you're doing it. Because if you're doing it for the wrong reasons, just recently found my true artistic identity. Because all along I would hear songs on the radio like, this is a nice song, I want a song like that one, and then I would go and make a song like that one. Or this is a nice song, or this person can rap, but I can rap too, rap. So I feel like somehow I'm versatile in my arts, but I have recently found who I truly am, and it's coming out in my upcoming EP. You will hear the true McHoney, who's not influenced by other artists or other things that are happening outside. That is just me. When I started singing, I really wanted to be like Shanae Aiko. She's an American singer. But then I feel like I've outgrown that because I can't relate to her because I now found my true self. I'm from Africa. I'm an African woman. I'm loud, I'm proud, I'm a future baby mama, all that drama, So I'm proud of who I am. I love my country, I love my people, I love my peace, I love my heritage, I love my hair, I love, my skin. So I feel like I've grown so much to love my roots, to be grounded in myself and where I come from, than to look up to other people and say, I want to be like that one, or I feel like I can be that for the coming generations, to be saying, I want to be like McHoney because she's so real and she's so true. In my whole career, the time I first got my award, like my first award was a BAA, I was at the lowest point of my life. But that actually managed to lift me up because, it was for Badio Pomoyo season 2, I think, as a best actress. And I couldn't even go to receive the awards because I was in the hospital. I had just given birth to my son right after I had lost a previous pregnancy. So it was just one of those where I'm like, thank you, Jesus, I just got an award. And I was happy. And soon after, I won a Zim Stars Awards for the same role. So I felt like I was doing something right. That actually made me feel good about myself. So that was like the highlights. Even now when I think back, I feel like that's still the highlight. As an artist, I really want to see myself grow. I want to be big. I want to be one of the biggest artists in the Southern African region. But I don't want that to influence negatively on my personal life, on my family. So at the moment, I'm still trying to balance that out. But as an artist, I have hopes and dreams, to grow and be the voice of the voiceless. As an artist, because you have to be that role model, not have to be, because naturally you are. I use my platforms just to keep it light, just have a laugh once in a while, give positivity. I try by all means to stay away from the timeline squabbles, because abantu bathanda violence, they're preaching violence in the streets. So I try by all means to avoid and stay away from that, because I don't want to add to the negativity. I want to spread positivity. So when you go to my timeline, wherever, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, I try to post jokes or whatever. It's just about jokes and positive messaging. I try to stay away from people's comments if they're talking negatively. And if you need upliftments, you might find my comment here and there once in a while. So I try to use my platforms to make people feel good about themselves and about the situations they're in. Art is used to tell stories. It is used to tell generational stories, and it is used to program and shape the future. Somehow, people don't realize that. They don't realize how big art is. Be it music, be it these movies that we watch, be it everything, be it the symbols, be it everything. Art is actually spiritual, and it can shape the world before it actually happens. It can program you to a certain type of thinking. So art is very important. No matter abantu bangaze bazame ukuyikhangelela phansi, art is actually the most important aspect in our lives, especially music and the movies and stuff we act, because everything that we know, we've been programmed by movies or music. Culture is programmed by that pop culture through the celebrities that we watch. Fashion, everything comes from art. So it is important, but people don't want to give it that zeal. I've had an embarrassing moment on stage. There's a time when I went to perform in Big Falls. Ugelele confidence, McHoney, performing to a random crowd that you've never performed to with no rehearsal. Bangikhangela abantu. ngasheka stage bangikhangela. Bathi wenzani girl? They didn't even move. They were just looking like this. I was so embarrassed. There's a time, I think I was just like a few months in the industry. That time I told myself I am never going up on stage with no rehearsal or dancers, because it was embarrassing. A whole 30 minutes set, people just looking at you. Once one is down on stage, I'm with because yay! From that time I told myself, so you need to work for this art. If I could get any skill or talent, I think I would want a gift. Like, not a skill, not a talent, but a gift to read into people's minds. I would really love to know what you're thinking right now. I would love to know not just what people are thinking, but just for me to be able to protect myself around bad energy. It's a gift, and it's a good gift. It's a blessing to have that, because you find yourself in difficult situations that you took yourself in because you didn't know. But if you knew and you could see, this person is like this or this person is like this, you'd save yourself a lot of headache and heartache. I want to be remembered as that artist who made it on her own. Literally, there is not even one person who can come up to me right now and say, I made you. From the start till now, financially, emotionally, or anything, I made it on my own. So I want to leave that legacy. I want to make it. I want to be successful. I want to build something where people can look at my brand or my whatever and say, you know what? That person worked hard for what they have. And I really want to be like her. And I want to have a studio where I can mentor young women, where I can give them advice, where I can show them how it's done without having to do all that nasty stuff. So I want to leave that legacy for my fans and for my loved ones.